Let's look at some quadratic practices. For the first question, the solution of this one. So how are we going to do this one? Notice that this is already this one already has a completed square here in the first part. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to add 2. Then we're going to have x plus 4 square is in fact equal to 9. Then what do you realize about x plus 4? That's right, it should be equal to plus or minus 3 by taking the square root from both sides. Then when you subtract 4, then x must be equal to negative 4 plus or minus 3. Then one of the answers, negative 4 plus 3 becomes negative 1. Negative 4 minus 3 becomes negative 7. So our answer should be choice 3. Let's look at number 2. How would you be able to factor this? You see, first we have to find the common factor. You can see that 2 is a common factor. Then we have 9x squared minus 25. Then you can recognize that these two terms, 9x squared and then 25, must be perfect square. So therefore, we can do the difference of the squares. So we get 3x plus 5 and then 3x minus 5. So therefore, this becomes our completed factoring, which is choice 3. All right, let's look at number 3 here. Now, when you look at them, basically what they want you to do is they want you to complete this trinomial into the perfect square here. So the way which we can do is we can subtract 18, so we have x squared minus 10x equals negative 18. Now, what do I need here to complete the square? I'm going to divide this number by 2, which becomes negative 5. And then I'm going to square that. And that's the value that I need in order for me to complete the square, which is 25. So I have to add 25 from both sides. Then first 3 terms here becomes x minus 5 squared. And on my right side, I have 7 left. So therefore, our final answer should be choice 1. In this case, what we get to realize is that we have to recognize that x-intercepts here. So from the first factor, x-intercept is 4. From the second one, negative 2. So which one of them has 4 and negative 2 as their intercepts? Oh, okay, 4 here, negative 2. I think the first one is the only possible answer. That was simple. All right, let's move on to the next question. Now, where's the vertex? Vertex is basically turning point on the parabola. And I said turning point on the parabola seems to be right over here, which is x value seems to be 2, y value seems to be around 16, which makes choice 4 becomes the answer. All right, let's look at the last question here. If this represents the height in meters of a baseball, now the initial height. What does it mean by initial height? In this case, we can assume that initial height must be when t is equal to 0. So in the beginning, t being equal to 0. So when I plug in 0 in place of t, what do we end up getting? Negative 5, 0 squared, plus 20 times 0 plus 1. Then you can easily see that this becomes 0, this one becomes 0. What remains is 1. So with that, we just finished the first practice. All right, I'll see you later.